This next segment is going to be about my time in Southend United Score Programme, not the actual academy, but it's the Score Programme, and how I was going to use that to try and break into the academy or try and straight away get a professional It's me again, Derek Asamoah, aka the Tottenham Pele, and welcome to another video. Alvin said to me that I received an invitation letter for a program in cooperation with Southend United, which is called the scholarship program, or the Score program. He said they're having an open trial in a couple of weeks. I'm going over there. You're more than welcome to come with me. It's not like in the academy or anything. It's just a Score program. If you do well in there, then you potentially can get into the academy and potentially you get a professional contract. You're not guaranteed to get anything out of it, and more than likely most people won't get anything out of it. So we organised to meet up, jumped on the train at South Tottenham. I remember South Tottenham station. I think it was a direct train to Southend. We got on it. We didn't have no money. I was a crafty boy. He's even more crafty now, but he was a crafty boy. He said, Derek, if any inspector comes, just pretend to sleep or just go hide in the toilet or something. They won't bother you if that's the case. we got on the train, the inspector comes on. I ran into the toilet, hid in the toilet. I haven't pretended to sleep. I think I must have been there nearly the whole journey, like half the journey I must have been there. I was so petrified of coming out and being arrested, or I didn't want no trouble. So I stayed there, and once the train got to Southend, I came out and I met back up with Alvin, and we walked into the city centre. For myself, bloody hell, Alvin, I can't see no black people. I think we're the only black people. It was quite strange and it was quite a bit on the edge, because I can't see it, and I was thinking, wow, can I actually survive here? Can I actually live here? Because it seems like a million miles away from Tottenham, and everything just seems so much different. We had to make our way to Roots Hall. I can't remember how we got. Must have got a couple of buses and got to Roots Hall and got to the trial. We got there, all our detail. They put us into team. I remember getting out onto the pitch and I'm like seeing 100 players here. How many players are they looking for? They're looking for about 20-25 players. I see over 100 players at this trial, and I'm thinking, how the hell are they even going to be able to look at everyone? Do you know what I mean? I didn't have a good feeling about the trial. And once the trial was over, I thought I'd done really well. I spoke to Alvin. Alvin said he thought he'd done really well, but the coaches were not giving any signal to how you did, or they wasn't giving anything away. So you're just trying to look them in the eye to see how they look you, but no one was giving anything away. And Alvin ended up getting back on the train, headed back to North London. It must have been a couple of days later, waiting around. No letters come. No, every day I'm like, has there been any letter for me? Has there been any letter for me? Because I want to know if I've been accepted or not. Has there been any letter for me? I get a phone call from Alvin and said, have you got your letter yet? Have you got any letter yet? I said, no, I haven't got any letters. He's like, I just got mine and I made it. I've been accepted into the scholarship. I've been accepted into Score with Southend United. I was like, rah, congratulations, man. I haven't had anything come through. So anyway, I'm just bare stressing because my friend Alvin has got his letter. He's been accepted. And it would mean so much to me if I was able to go on this course with Alvin, because I know we'll be able to push each other, because we're always pushing each other, and it'll be, I think, so amazing if I can get in as well. We can both like work together and work hard together to try and achieve our dream by getting a contract with Southend United. So I was just so desperate to get the letter from them. The next day, I wake up and I see a letter for Mr. Derek Asamoah. So I'm like all nervous, but at the same time I was thinking, it must be good news, because if it was bad news, they will not bother write to you. So I was kind of like nervous and excited at the same time. So I opened the letter. The letter said, congratulations, you have been accepted into the Score program, Southend United. I was like, oh my God, no way. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. The first breakthrough I've had. Thank you, God. Thank you. I'm so thankful. I picked up the phone and I said, guess what, bro? I've got the letter as well. We made it. So out of 100 people, me and Alvin made it. I feel like we've been given the perfect opportunity to fulfill our dreams. So everything's done. We've all signed up. We signed up to the college. Me and Alvin was commuting from London to Southend every day. We must have done it for a month or so. We was bumping the train every day there and back. And it was tedious. It was very tiring. To be honest, it was very stressful, because every time we got on the train, it felt like we might run out of luck and get caught, and thankfully we never got caught. But we done that for a couple of months and it got really tiring and tedious, and I think it was affecting our performances on the pitch. It was very tired going to college because it must have taken us a couple of hours from door to door going to college and coming back. So we spoke to one of the teachers. I think his name was Dave Waite. We spoke to him and said, listen, do you know anyone that can help us out with accommodation, or is there anything you can do for us? So he had, I think his cousin had a few properties, and he showed us one property which was on Bedale Avenue in Westcliff in Southend. There was me, Alvin, there was Wilson, Stuart Moody. Yeah, I think there was 4 of us. So we went to have a look at this apartment. It was nice. It was small, but it was nice. There was 2 bedrooms, and I can't remember. I think there was a living room. I can't remember if there was a living room, but there was 2 rooms, and me and Wilson shared a room, and Alvin and Stuart shared a room as well. Since we have our own apartment, everything was great. To get to college, just 1 bus to get to college now, so everything's going well. And football wise, it was really good. We was playing games, we was training hard. On and off the pitch, we had a gym at the college. We was doing some sports science kind of course. Once again, I tried my best there, but that wasn't my main focus. My main focus was like football. I was like giving 110% into my footballing. So me and Alvin, we worked tirelessly. It was like we used to run every other night, or maybe even every night around the area, which was scary in itself, because I was sure that we was the only few black people there, and seeing 2 black boys running around, it must have been weird, and must have been scary at night as well. Yeah, so I felt a bit uneasy about it, but you know what, it had to be done. During that time, I also met one of my best friends, Sean McGeaney, such an inspirational person to me as well. You know, I mean, it was very positive, showing exactly the same thing with me and Alvin, the passion for football. Together, all 4 of us, me, Alvin, Sean, Wilson, became a very strong unit. Sean was from London as well, and started living in Southend, so he basically gave us the idea to move down. The 4 of us was inseparable. We did everything together. We trained together, we worked hard together, spent every moment together. It was brilliant, it was fun. At this time as well, it was very expensive living in Southend, having to rent out the place. It was very expensive. And I felt really bad, like having to ask for money every week, every month for my parents to give me money every week to support me and to pay for my rent as well. They have mortgage and stuff to pay as well. I felt very bad. So sometimes I would not even ask them for anything. Sometimes I'll go 2-3 months without asking them for anything. When the landlord comes in to collect his rent, we jump out the window and hide for a couple of hours. It was funny, but at the same time, it was very hard. We nearly kicked us out so many times, and it's very hard for us. We're trying our best. Please don't kick us out. Don't kick us out. Just try and help us. We're doing our best. We're keeping the place clean. We're very respectful to the place. So please just help us out. Let us stay. We will give you the money when it comes, but at the moment it's a bit hard. Football front, it was very good. I was working extremely hard. In game and in training, I was absolutely smashing it. I was tearing everyone apart. I started getting an interest in the youth team coach. He used to come and watch all the time when I play a game. I remember one time I played a game, it must have been against another pro club. I must have slipped over and the defender tried to come around and get the ball. I must have flicked the ball over his head while I was on the floor. And I remember the coach taking his hat off and they're throwing it on the floor. I'm like, oh my, what did I just see there? That is just pure magic. I couldn't believe what he saw. And that was just me. Every game I was like banging it up, battering it up. Every game I was just on it. You could see I was working hard off the field. My body, I felt so strong. I felt so fast. I felt like no one could touch me there, and my confidence was sky high. And I really was thinking that I've got a really good chance there. At one time, the first team coach came in and brought me to train with the first team. They're doing a mock match, so they needed players. So they got some of the youth team players, and they brought me in as well, because I think one of the players that they were playing against must have had my quality, so they brought me in to replicate the player they were going to play against that Saturday. And to be honest, I absolutely ripped the first team apart, and the coach I remember clearly the coach kept stopping the game and said, why are you letting him do that? Don't let him come. Every time I got the ball. During that year, I was hoping to play a couple of games for the academy. That was the aim of the score. We had the score team that we played, like local team, like semi-professional team. We had Southend United, the academy, that played against other professional teams. So all we wanted to do was get into the academy team that played against our professional team. As time went by, as time went on, I was thinking, why haven't I got the opportunity to play for the youth team? Why haven't I got the opportunity to train the youth team more? You know what I mean? Some of the other players were getting opportunities that I felt I was much better player than. And getting opportunities, so I started getting frustrated and I started losing a bit of confidence, like, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? The weeks kept rolling by, the months kept rolling by, and still I'm not getting opportunities. We started in September, and so all the way April now, you've got 1 more month to go, and I haven't had any solid conversation with the coach. I haven't had anything to tell me that. I was getting very frustrated at the lack of opportunity that was coming my way with the youth team. I didn't know what to do because I thought I was spot on, attitude was spot on. I was never late. I was always first to report to the games, first to training. I was always last to leave. I worked my socks off. I worked so hard for the past 8 months. I was just, do you know what I mean? I sacrificed so much. I left everything in London. My parents have sacrificed so much for me. It was a big deal leaving home at that age and coming to live with myself. And I wanted to make sure that I gave myself the best chance of making it. I was doing well with the score program, but I wasn't getting the opportunity in the youth team. I wasn't getting any opportunity in the reserve team. I wasn't getting any opportunity. So anyway, the first year's finished, and we all had to have a meeting to see how we progressed and whether they're going to offer us a contract, whether they're going to offer us a youth team plays, a 3rd year or a professional contract, or we're going to let go. The director of the program, John Adams, got us all together, and individually he spoke to us. Ivan, Sean and Wilson were all first years. It must have been 8 second years. So we all went in, the second years all went in first. I was the last to go in. The first man, he came out with his head down, second person the same, third person the same, fourth person the same, fifth person the same, sixth person the same. While I'm thinking, right, they're letting all these players go, so they must be keeping one at least. I was sitting next to Ivan and Sean. I go into his office now and I said, hi John. He said, hi Derek, how are you? I said, I'm good. All nervous, or like my palms were sweating. I was just like fidgeting. I was like, oh, what's he gonna say? This guy's got my whole future in the palm of his hand. Please let it be good news. Please let it be good news. Started off by complimenting me. Started off by saying, 9-10 months you've been here. You showed me so much stuff. Your attitude's been spot on. Your dedication, your work rate, everything's been spot on. I have no worries about you. You've developed so much as a footballer, both physically and mentally. You've developed so much. I'm very happy with your progress, but at the moment, being a second year, it's either giving you a professional contract or releasing you. And at the moment, we don't feel that you're ready for professional football, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go. I'm really sad to say this, but we're gonna have to let you go. So don't let this be the end of you, though, because I still think that when the penny drops, we'll make it as a professional footballer. I can come back and say, John, I told you so. I proved you wrong. And I said, do you know what? Thank you for this opportunity. I really enjoyed it. It's unfortunate that it's ended this way, but it's all about proving myself right. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I just have to prove myself right. I just have to go back to the drawing board and work my socks off and come back again. Inside, my tears were just bubbling up. As soon as I opened the door, I looked at Alvin and I looked at Sean, I shook my head, and there was tears rolling down my eyes. The first people I called were my parents. Obviously, they knew that I was going in for the meeting. Just like I was hoping for some good news. So I called the house. I think my mum picked up and said they're not going to offer me anything. And I just started crying hysterically. I could not stop crying. My mum's like, Derek, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not the end. Come on. Keep fighting there. I said, Mum, I can't do it no more. I've done everything. I can't believe I worked so hard. How can they say that to me? I think I was the best player there. Why haven't they signed me? Maybe this is not for me. Maybe professional football is not for me. Maybe I should just give up. How can they do this to me? I was so upset. Do you know what I mean? I was so upset to the point where they had to come from London to Southend to come and pick me up. They didn't want to risk me getting on a train coming back. The thing with me is that when I want something so bad, I put everything, I put all my energy into it. And when it doesn't happen, it just breaks me. It just breaks me. It's not like I could sit there and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have went out that night, or maybe I shouldn't have taken that day off. Because I couldn't make excuses for myself, because I gave absolutely everything. I ticked off everything. There was no more I can give. And since that's not good enough, what do? I can't go back and say I should have worked harder, because I worked to my maximum. I gave everything day in, day out, every day for that 10 months. And in the end, it just said, Derek, it's not good enough. So where do I go from here? I was very angry, very frustrated. I went back to the house to pack my stuff. I spoke to Alvin and Sean. I said to them, like, listen, I just want to wish you guys all the best, because obviously they were a year younger than me, so they got the opportunity to stay on another year. So I just said, I want to wish you all the best. Just keep working hard. Do you know what I mean? And make sure you make it. Make sure you give it your best. Hopefully you get good news at the end of it. It was a very sad goodbye. I felt very sad leaving Southend, because it was my home for a while now. I feel very sad, and I was gonna miss the boys. My parents came back, they came and got me. It was time to head back to London and back to square one, basically. Right now, 2 years has gone by. I'm now 18 years old. I set myself a target of 5 years to try and make it into professional football. I'm back to square one. What do I do? How am I going to get over that disappointment? How am I going to bounce back, so to speak? So basically, that was my journey with Southend United squad program. Like I said, it wasn't the main Southend United team, but they had links that could get you into the main Southend United team. I mean, we trained in the same training ground, so the chances of the first team coach or the youth team coach seeing you was great. So that was my first disappointment in football, so to speak, being rejected by Southend United squad program. Like I said, it absolutely devastated me. It was an enjoyable time, it was a good experience, and it actually helped me become a better person, become a stronger individual. So I hope you guys like that story. I hope you take something out of this. Thank you for watching. Over. Bye.